Hello and welcome to the corner. I'm the Frosted Glass and I'm joined by my fellow Alvester Savages. I like boobs.
I hear the secrets that you keep when you're talking in your sleep.
I, I've heard that, but only from MST3K, so I don't know what it's from.
It's a song.
Let me guess, Frank Zappa.
Yeah.
No, the Romantics.
Moonshock.
I am the star of my own porno. It's called Dong Legacy.
So you're just stealing Frosted's joke?
Shut up!
No.
You're not supposed to say that.
Terry Diamantis.
Hi. I'm not going to be funny. I'm just going to say hi.
Hi, Terry. How's it going?
I'm okay. How are you, man?
I am peachy. I still don't care, but I'm peachy.
And this week's special guest, Camel.
Hey, how are you?
Your volume is back low again.
Exactly.
No.
That figures.
Camel, I do have to ask, are you the 180 example of love Camel, but you just the hate one instead?
No, it's an old Bill Hicks joke.
I see.
I can't hear Camel at all.
Yeah.
Like he's just barely registering.
Did you get depressed all of a sudden? Because you sounded loud before the show. Now it's just like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, for whatever reason, my microphone just dropped down to like 53.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
better.
I can hear you again now, so that's good.
Yeah. All right. So, as you guys might have guessed, this week is our Halloween episode. So, and of course, we have to learn about how Halloween might intersection with socialism.
Does it have red lights, green lights, and yellow lights?
So, our first article is Halloween Town anti-capitalist?
What the hell is Halloween Town?
It's a Disney movie.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I'm going to say yes because it's the
this-
redistribution of the sort of candy.
It's not trick or treat or communism, Terry. It's totally capitalist. You got to buy costumes. You got to buy candy. Come on.
Yeah,
Okay,
but then that candy gets redistributed amongst all the kids.
who in the?
Well, yes,
fuck
but
is
the
that?
point is that it happens voluntarily rather than by force.
For now.
Oh, I gotta see this.
When I tell-
That's lame. Sorry, the picture for this is just some Asian guy holding two Oscars that are making him kiss. So, sorry, there will be no picture for this one. So instead, I'm gonna find the picture of somebody else.
When I tell someone of an older generation that I'm a socialist, they often respond with, well, how would that actually work? And until now, I've had a hard time responding with a clear...
No. When someone says I am a socialist, the correct response is, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
No. I've seen it on the internet. You need one of those pamphlets that says, "So you're retarded, now what?" You just hand them
Well, Terry, Jack, for those of us, that live here in the South, we have a phrase just for such an occasion. Bless your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And until now, I've had a hard time responding with a clear, fully formed vision of a socialist society. But from now on, I'll respond with, watch Halloween Town. Halloween Town tells the story of the Cromwells, a famous family of witches who are working to keep evil out of Halloween Town, a magical world for all non-human creatures. The movie begins on Earth on Halloween, where Mother Gwen won't let her three kids, Marnie, Dylan, and Sophie, go out trick-or-treating. Their grandmother, Aggie, a marvelous witch played by Debbie Reynolds, shows up uninvited with a mission to convince Gwen to start eldest daughter Marnie's witch training.
Before we get any further into this, I just think it's funny that, the way to learn about socialism is step one, subscribe to one of the largest entertainment conglomerates in the world's online streaming platform.
Oh, I was just thinking this movie sounds gay enough that Moonshock would like it.
You know it. Random picture of somebody in chat.
Does the movie have Garrett Hedlund in it?
Whoa! It better if I'm gonna have any kind of oh my god, this guy's so sexy, and it better have him in it.
All right. So, step one to imagining a socialist society: make sure it's a fantasy movie.
Yeah, see. That's what I was thinking. If you're gonna try and convince people that socialism could work, why would you immediately point to a movie called Halloween Town? Why don't you point to like real life things that really have happened? Oh
Well,
wait,
I mean,
you can't do that because every example of socialism being tried ends with mass murder.
No, that wasn't real socialism, though.
I mean, the blacks point to Wakanda, the socialists point to Halloween Town. I'm following the logic.
Gwen is vehemently opposed, committed to giving her children a normal life free of magic. The children overhear, however, and follow their grandmother back to Halloween Town, a magical world free of capitalism, racism, and oppression of any kind.
Is it now?
I mean, unless you're evil.
Yeah.
Apparently, they want to keep that out of Halloween Town.
I mean, it would be kind of base to have like a kids movie about a fantasy like Halloween Town. Then they show up and there's a sign saying no blacks.
If
No,
only.
someone should tell the people of Halloween Town that walls don't work and that they should just open the doors to the evil people.
I for a second I thought you said wolves don't work.
Well, they don't. I've never met a wolf with a job.
Lazy fucking werewolves. Oh, we don't let Dracona watch this episode.
Halloween Town's founding is grounded in anti-capitalist practice. Many years ago, the creatures of Halloween Town lived alongside humans on Earth, but humans persecuted them for their difference, causing some of the magical beings to turn evil.
Right.
Sounds like socialism so far.
Yeah. Tell us how that's going there, buddy.
So they lined up the humans for a photo op, and rather than continue to live in a world and system that did not care about their well-being, the mystical beings banded together and left Earth to form their own liberated world. In founding Halloween Town, they created a socialist utopia, because capitalism was not...
He keeps saying it's a socialist utopia. He has yet to describe any of the central tenets of socialism and how they fit into what is a children's movie.
Look, as long as I can call the people who live there candy niggers, I'm fine.
I mean, that's horrible.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Because capitalism was not a natural system for them to conform to. When there is magic, there is no need for money. Everything in Halloween Town is funded by the state, aka magic. So need or desire for wealth.
Where does
What?
this person buy their weed?
From the
Because they're
moment,
getting the good shit.
again,
Braniel's asking if they've really watched that. I have never actually seen Halloween Town. I think I've seen like the first 10 minutes and then I got bored and dropped out.
I mean, I had a sister that was, over half a decade younger than me. So when that movie came out, I remember watching it with like my baby sisters and whatnot. But I would never have come to the conclusion that yes, this is socialist praxis.
I
Alright.
had literally never heard of the movie until this article.
I'm going to ask Braniel. Braniel, do they use magic to obtain goods and or services in Halloween Town?
Or both.
Okay. According to Braniel, they pay for goods and services.
From the moment Halloween Town is introduced, so are these anti-capitalist practices. The audience's first encounter with the magical society is through its free public transportation system. Yeah. In order to take the bus between Earth and Halloween Town, neither Aggie nor the kids are required to pay any kind of fee. That maybe because getting out your bus pass isn't really entertaining in a kids' movie. Shortly after, once the children arrive in Halloween Town and need a ride to their grandma's house, a taxi is called for them. When they are dropped off and Marnie offers to pay Benny the skeleton driver, he laughs her off and says, "Catch me in the next life." This
Okay.
robust, free public transportation system is only one of the socialist services that Halloween Town has to offer. Money is not a consideration for the citizens of Halloween Town, and this frees them up to contribute to society as they are best suited, rather than be forced to work whatever job they need in order to survive.
They literally just said that the taxi driver was a fucking skeleton. What does he need money for?
Brainial is saying that the bus ride was free because they were a wealthy. The skeleton was part of a prominent family. No. Oh, the girl was part of a prominent family.
Ah,
And so he gave them the ride for free because they were such, they were like nobles, effectively.
So
I'll
hierarchy.
scratch your back, you scratch my scapula later, right?
More or less.
He drives the taxis in town because he enjoys chatting with people and making bad skeleton pun jokes. So he chooses to contribute to his society as a taxi driver. Similarly, a scene in the movie depicts a vampire at the dentist getting a tooth pulled. The vampire says she is worried about the pain, but then the dentist pulls it and she proclaims, "Wow, doc, that didn't hurt at all." The dentist responds, "Well, after all, I am the tooth fairy." The tooth
You're
fairy
a
is...
fairy, all right.
So you just have to wait until someone has a real passion for cleaning sewage. And
Yeah.
otherwise it doesn't happen.
The tooth fairy has chosen a job that he loves and excels at. In fact, all the magical creatures in Halloween Town have found their own perfect and enjoyable way to contribute to their society.
There's a problem with that, is that not all jobs are preferable. And that if you give people just a choice to do something, you actually have to work in a socialist utopia. You actually have to do something, except that socialists don't actually want to do anything. They all want to become great artists.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a socialist utopia, you just need magic.
Yeah, basically.
Uh-huh.
Not only does this increase individual quality of life, but it also ensures that everyone's basic needs are met. For example, the dentist provides a service, free orthodontia, in exchange for many other free services. There's no need for money in this society because everyone is willing to labor to keep their socialist utopia functioning.
Can we also just reiterate that it's a fucking children's movie?
Yes.
No, it has a deep meaning and message.
Yeah. This
Deep.
This was Disney's Battleship Potemkin, okay?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, evil still comes to Halloween Town in the form of a sinister warlock who desires to take over the world by turning the creatures of Halloween Town into an army.
Okay.
Apparently, even within a socialist utopia, power-hungry straight white men threaten existence.
Oh my
throw that in.
God. Straight white men. You bastards. You fucking bastards.
But in encountering this evil and fighting for good, the Cromwell family exposes further principles that are paramount to upholding an anti-capitalist society. Throughout
I
the
just realized this does parallel socialism in that anyone who opposes the system has to be destroyed.
Yeah.
And
Can't have a socialist utopia without a class to demonize.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the way it works.
no, but like the evil warlock is like, okay, we've got to kill him or drive him out, or get rid of him because he doesn't uphold the socialist utopian values. Is like, okay, anyone who disagrees with us must die.
It doesn't even need to be a person who disagrees, though. It just needs to be a group that the party finds disagreeable.
Yeah.
And now
So
here's our magical, spooky gulag.
Even if these people managed to, even if the socialist utopia came about, and then even if they got rid of all the evil white men like they want to, they would just go on to the next demo. They would just find the next demographic that needs to be isolated in order to maintain racial purity, which
No,
is
but
how you end up with.
I do need to ask Frosted. So the spooky gulag would be spelled Ghooulag, right?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, obviously.
But that's how you end up with like Nazism. That's the big tie-in between Nazism and socialism.
Well, yeah, they were socialists. It's in the name.
Well, yeah.
Throughout the movie, as the kids work to unfreeze their mother and grandmother who have been stupefied by the evil guy, Marnie holds on to the principles of life on Earth and has a hard time adjusting to Halloween Town. Specifically, she holds on to the idea that her brother is ordinary and can't have powers, and that her sister is too young to help. These are both examples of hierarchical thinking, likely ingrained in her from being raised in a capitalist world. For example, when
because we all know that children are very capable of helping the adults.
Yeah,
No,
they
but
make
like this part of the movie doesn't actually align with my stated thesis. So I'm just going to come up with a reason why it's actually capitalism's fault.
children are great at everything. They make good soldiers, factory workers,
Coal miners.
Prostitutes.
What? This just got so much more fucked up in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, they cut the child prostitute scene from Halloween Town.
I have a feeling they cut that scene from a lot of Hollywood movies.
Yeah.
For example, when trying to get into their grandmother's locked house, Marnie tries some silly rhyming spells that do not work. But when her back is turned, younger sister Sophie manages to unlock the gate. Marnie does not stop to consider the possibility that Sophie has powers, and instead continues acting as a know-it-all big sister. Again, when they are trying to light the all-powerful Merlin's talisman, Marnie struggles to remember the spell their grandma used earlier. Rather than asking either sibling for help, she stubbornly keeps trying alone, until Sophie begins...
Capitalism.
until Sophie begins muttering the correct spell to herself. Time after time, Marnie tries to be the one to save the day, convinced that as the eldest sibling, she must be the most qualified. Finally, in the climax of the movie, recently defrosted Aggie encounters the evil guy in the town square, and they have a whose magic is more powerful fight. Think Harry versus Voldemort or Kylo Ren versus Rey. Because
They have to reference Harry Potter. It's a law.
Because those are both great scenes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yes.
know. Ugh.
On her own, Aggie is struggling to fight him and needs help from her family. Mother Gwen lets go of her desire to give up a safe, normal human life and join her powers with Aggie. Feeling helpless behind them, Marnie's brother begins showing signs of powers for the first time in this moment. Marnie is radicalized. She lets go of her capitalist, earthly ideas about sibling relationships, power, and leadership, and embraces Halloween Town's philosophies of equality, solidarity, and mutual aid. The three siblings step forward together as equals, and the 5 Cromwells banish Evil Guy and restore good to Halloween Town.
You're just making shit up about socialism at this point, aren't you?
Yes.
It's like I half expect him to say like the goodness of socialism came emanating from them.
Well, yeah, they're dissecting a 25-year-old kids movie, so of course it's going to boil down to socialism's all the things I like, capitalism's all the things I don't.
Yeah, naturally.
Halloween Town not only provides a vision for how to structure a socialist society, but it also highlights how deeply ingrained capitalist principles are in our DNA, affecting everything we do. Marnie's lesson of unlearning her capitalist thinking begins with the release of her inflated sense of self, finally allowing her to embrace her siblings as equals. This mindset adjustment continues when, after the evil guy's dark magic has been lifted from the town, she discovers that a previously handsome Halloween Town boy about her age is actually kind of troll-like. When he was traditionally handsome, he and Marnie had some romantic chemistry. He assumes that now he no longer looks like a normal teenage boy. Marnie will turn away in disgust. Instead, now rid of all her ingrained capitalist human beliefs, specifically those that prize beauty above all, she remains warm with him and kisses him on the cheek as she says goodbye. Oh, so
He must be rich.
So he gets friend zoned.
Yeah. But he must have money.
The friend zone exists in socialism too, I guess.
Yeah.
Through watching Marnie navigate her time in Halloween Town, the audience is reminded how intricately linked our thought patterns are to the way our society is organized. Though Marnie has some adjusting to do, those native to Halloween Town reap the benefits of a more enlightened mindset. As a result, Halloween Town is not only a socialist utopia in terms of the social services the state provides, but the societal structure also has a positive impact on them mentally and physically. It shouldn't be a surprise that a society with free public transportation, healthcare, and other social services breeds positive, kind, community-oriented citizens. All of the leaders...
I'm sorry, but socialist societies don't have healthcare. Changed my mind.
or food, you know.
You don't need food. That's overrated.
All of the leaders on Earth, specifically those in the U.S., could benefit from a viewing of Halloween Town to consider this concept.
Yes. Let's make Halloween Town mandatory viewing for all politicians.
Specifically the U.S., like, nobody else really, just the U.S. Like, there's no warlords in like Central Africa that couldn't benefit from the socialist musings of Halloween Town.
No. The U.S. is the most evil country in the world, so that you have to start there.
I'm just picturing Trump watching Halloween Town with a single tear going down his face.
Mm-hmm. His heart grew 4 sizes that day.
Have we considered yet that every single socialist in the world is actually mentally retarded?
Yeah, many times.
I mean, because that's what I'm getting from this article about someone over dissecting a children's movie in favor of socialism.
I imagine
they're literally like they're like, I have a helmet, embrace socialism.
Yeah, I imagine, without knowing anything about the author, I imagine them to be roughly my age, which means this movie's 25 years old. So they're an emotionally stunted 9-year-old just word vomiting on the internet.
Yeah, that sums up communists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, but unfortunately,
There's
Americans...
more?
Only a little bit. But unfortunately, American citizens' collective happiness doesn't seem to be a priority for our current government. Wealth and the mindset of capitalism are too deep-rooted in our culture. Soon, just as Aggie and friends were forced to do so many years ago, we must build a new world. As we dream of this revolution, we must all look to Halloween Town as a guide for a more just, joyful, and dignified socialist society.
I'm convinced.
Yeah. I'm sure if you just mail a copy to all the world leaders, we would have the utopia overnight.
Of course.
Nothing says dignity like being shot in the fucking head. Nice Halloween movie, comrade. Now face wall.
Basically, yeah.
All right. And now, with the end of the first article, comes the first game.
The best game.
And that, of course, is Sad Libs Double Prompt Edition, where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out 2 words, and you guys have to fill in those words Mad Lib style, and then the chat will vote on which is best.
God. I don't know what's coming up, but I swear to God, Frosted.
And also, we got 23 viewers and only 6 likes.
You people need...
Gee, I wonder why.
Obviously, these people haven't seen Halloween Town.
No, they have not.
Yeah, I'd never even heard of the movie until that article.
Yeah, and now your life has changed for the better, Terry.
Forever.
That's true.
All right. So, Jack, I need a thing.
So not a living thing, just a thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck.
Moon, I need an adjective.
Come back to me.
There
Moldy.
you go.
All right.
Yeah,
Terry,
I got
need a-
one. How about a turd?
There you
Oh
go.
my god.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking about my word. Terry would probably spell it Mouldy.
Well, I would spell it correctly, yes.
They put
I
a
had
U
it.
in that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Terry, I need a person.
Let's go Eric Estrada.
Estrada.
There he is.
Oh, it's just hilarious. Every time I hear that word, all I can think of is that wannabe commercial of him. He's got those glasses on that say Estrada across the eyes, and he goes Estrada.
All right. Let's see. Camel, I need a person.
Well, I mean, it's spooky season, so Vincent Price.
Well, you didn't
Okay,
say.
Frosted, since I know where this is going in advance, can you explain to me what a superlative adjective is?
It's an adjective, but like
Superlative.
biggest, smallest, fastest, slowest.
So like an extreme adjective.
Yeah.
A superlative adjective, if you will.
And I believe it's Erik Estrada.
It is, but I don't think it matters.
Whatever. All right. Let's see. So, let's see. Terry, give me a thing plural.
Whoa.
Let's go rivers.
Rivers.
Rivers, yeah.
Yes,
Alright,
as in the rivers run through they them.
All right. Camel, give me an adjective.
Ow. It describes a noun.
Small.
Well, I ain't gonna be winning this week.
And Frosted, just write chunkiest now. Don't even bother asking me.
Yep, just put chunkiest.
Oh.
Chunkiest.
I have one, thank you very much.
Oh my god.
right.
Frosted, is it me?
Yeah.
Drunkest.
Hmm.
All right. Let's see. And
Me.
yeah, Moon, give me a living thing plural.
How about prostitutes?
He said living thing.
Oh, damn! Not diseased thing. Okay.
I mean, they're living until you're done with them.
And then you got to kill him to get your money back. That's just
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
you do in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, and Grand Theft Auto, sure.
Hmm.
All right. Let's see. So Jax is an exploding turd is a success, but trans people can't get rivers.
okay. That makes no sense.
The first half is pretty good. The
Yes.
second half doesn't really make sense.
All right. And Moon's a moldy massage therapist and small cocks.
Moon, O ye of little faith, there is a method to my madness, sir.
Yeah.
I'll take a. Never mind. I can't say
Yeah,
it.
Moon will take small cocks any day. All right.
No.
All right. Terry's Eric Estrada becomes the drunkest woman in the world.
Uh-huh.
I could see that happening. All right. And Camel's My boyfriend offered Vincent Price as a reward. A blowjob to all his prostitutes if they won the game. Alright, so give me a sec to start a poll for the chat so they can vote which one is best.
Terry wins. I can already see it now.
I think yours is pretty good.
Yeah.
A moldy massage therapist. And small cocks.
And look at it this way: both of ours are misspelled. He put a C instead of a K in mine, and he left out the U in moldy for yours.
Because there is no U in moldy.
Well, in Australia there is. And probably
correctly
Canada,
there is.
and probably the UK, and
Oh yeah, in places
Many
where
other
they don't know how to
countries.
spell.
that's beside the
I think that Terry's takes it.
I think so.
honestly.
I've got like 65%.
See? Jack, 0 in your exploding turd.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing is that I usually do better with the second one than I do with the first one.
Hmm.
You do better with the one that you don't do.
More or less, yes.
But,
No, I do. I mean, I do better at the other person's prompt than I do at my own.
Hey, we're up to 14 likes, yo.
Alright, well, I think I can end the poll there, where Terry wins with 68% of the vote.
I told you. I told you.
See, Evolved Potato understands. In proper English, there is a U in moldy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's proper English, not American English.
No, I mean, you said it, not me.
Yeah, it's not superior English, which is American English.
We borrow things and don't give them back, okay?
Alright, and it was beyond my control, but all of our articles were a little long, so we're only gonna have 3 tonight.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
I mean, but he just said they're long articles, so you're going to suffer the same amount. It's just it'll be split up into 3 chunks instead of 4.
But there is good news, because the second article covers one of Moon's favorite topics, witchy woo woo.
Faggots.
Tron Legacy?
Oh.
Oh, no,
But
that's
Sun's not here.
Sun. Sun is the one that hates the witchy woo woo.
What happens to
Yale-
magic? What happens to magic when women lose their faith? We've always been witches.
God.
We've just been forced to forget.
Bitches ain't nothing but hoes and tricks.
Just quickly, Thierry's asking, what was the article for me before, like, the original article before you took the words out of it?
Which one was that?
Eric
Eric
Estrada
Estrada
is the
was the
drunkest
drunkest
woman in the
lady.
world.
Okay.
Oh, it was some lady whose name I can't remember becomes the fastest woman in the world.
Oh, okay.
Okay, our author's
Gives a
picture is in
fuck.
chat. Author's picture in chat.
Yeah.
We need to get Sun back on the show at some point.
Is that an official request?
Yes.
Well then,
And we can even get rid of Moon so that there's room for her.
hey, if you want to, I will gladly. Hand
No,
over
if I
my-
gotta be here, you have to suffer too, Moon.
No.
Moon's gonna
that's
be
not
here,
the
and
way-
we're
no.
gonna do all Israel-Palestine articles.
If you really want me to just tune right the fuck out, I will never be on
And
this.
we're
show
going
again.
to request that everyone on the stream care about what we're reading.
I'm
and
afraid
all the sad libs prompts will be either Israel or Palestine. You get to choose which one.
there's only one less thing I couldn't give 2 fucks about, or any fucks about, and that would be the Ukraine.
I'm just having like a mental image of like my nightmare version of this show where the sad libs comes up and it's all adjectives.
Yeah.
Chunky.
Chunky.
Everything's chunky.
When's the
Speaking of which, Jack, what's your favorite kind of peanut butter?
Smooth.
He always says chunky for adjectives, but when it comes to peanut butter, smooth.
So you call it chunky instead of crunchy?
Well, Chunky is how he likes his women.
Oh, damn.
All right. When's the last time I did magic? You know, I can't quite remember. I recall making flower essences earlier this year, an attempt to access a little magic and healing during what was arguably the scariest event of my life, my nephew's
Is
open
this-
heart surgery.
Is this actually the same bitch that did that witchy woo woo shit earlier, like before?
I don't remember.
Oh, and does she actually say the phrase "witchy woo woo" in this?
I don't think so.
Damn. Okay.
And I had a beautiful winter solstice ritual in December that I will always remember. But mostly, I've been leaning more into ritual than actual magic. When was it? The last time I practiced actual magic? Never, because it doesn't exist. No. Oh, that's
Can
right.
I just say what do you think the odds are that this person is really really fat?
Well,
Because like every Wiccan I've ever seen in my life was just a really really fat chick.
what if she means Magic the Gathering and she's just a nerd? Like, well, I don't remember the last time I practiced Magic because it was like so many years ago that I actually played that game.
To my mind, like Wiccan, like women, witches, whatnot, they're like the female equivalent to Bigfoot hunters. It's just unfuckable white people out in the woods for no goddamn reason.
Hey, it takes work to get those kettles out in the middle of the forest. Okay.
Oh, that's right. 2 years ago, late summer 2021, I just picked myself up from my re-entry into the dating world that left me with not just a broken heart, but an emergency visit to my doctor.
Well, yeah, if you've got a problem with your heart, of course you need to see a doctor.
Guy turned you down? My God.
Oh, gee.
Are you telling me the tarot reading didn't warn you ahead of time?
It took a hell of a lot to start to bounce back from that, both emotionally and physically. But I did it with magic.
Yeah, you invented the unfuckable tarot card. Got it.
Yeah.
I started dabbling once again with a little candle magic. I pulled my herbs off the shelf and made a few teas, and I even made a rose hip honey to help heal my heartache.
Wait,
I'm sure you made.
If drinking tea is magic, then yeah, I'm a warlock. That's awesome.
I was gonna say, I'm sure you made some teas, all right.
Bitch lit some candles, drank some tea, and smoked a joint. Let's not overplay this.
Now, let's not feed into this too much. A little candle magic could, that could also be another phrase for I found myself a sex toy and I had a little bit of fun. So little candle magic and the herbs and all that.
Little pussy
You
magic.
think it's one of those Gwyneth Paltrow candles? She made it like.
Her pussy,
Oh,
pussy
no,
wax.
she fingered herself and pretended she summoned Satan. What do you want?
But she inserted the finger exactly 666 times.
That's a lot of fucking penetration. Jesus.
Well, I mean, you got to be dedicated if you want to summon Satan.
No shit. She was like 1 hour later. Oh my god. I
And
can't
you've got to count them, which does kind of ruin the mood.
She's got little tick marks on it.
Yeah. I wonder how these people, because they bullshit themselves. They have to go around and pretend that their magic worked when it obviously didn't.
Right, because magic doesn't exist.
Well,
Yeah.
unless if you're in the Harry Potter world, I think that's spelled biggest dickus.
Yeah. No. Biggest dickus is the centurion in Life of Brian.
There was I think there was somebody who did a joke about some of the spells there. It's like, is there a spell that a male wizard can point his wand at his dick and be like, Engorgio?
Most of all, I started practicing something I called determined magic, which was my way of taking control during a time when I felt very out of control.
Masturbation.
I would work my particular brand of sorcery and absolutely insist to the universe that it would work.
Is that what it's called? Her own brand of sorcery.
And how did you lie to yourself when it didn't?
How does reading The
Hmm.
Secret have anything to do with magic?
Now, ladies, it's called.
About that, Camel.
Ladies, when you pleasure yourselves, remember it's called your own particular brand of sorcery.
Yeah. 50 Shades of Grey doesn't count as a grimoire. I wasn't going to settle for any more pain or treachery. One of the practices
I
One of the-
just like the idea that she's masturbating. Watch me make this finger disappear.
and this zucchini and this rolled up magazine.
The cucumber is a girl's best friend.
And watch as the egg emerges as a dove.
You just think those are balloon animals.
One of the practices I decided to brush up on was warding. 3 or 4 years prior, I had painted protective runes on my fence posts, drew one in chalk beneath my doormat, and that was that.
Well, it certainly kept all the men away, I'm sure.
Yes.
The fact that I had let someone who hurt my heart and body so deeply into my house made me wonder if my shields were down. And I wasn't going to let that happen again. So I warded like...
Nothing, go ahead.
So I warded like I've never warded before. I washed down doors and windows with protective herbs. I hung charms from any entry point into my house, and I redrew every single protective rune and even added new ones.
AKA, I had a yeast infection and needed some Massengill. Got it.
Hold on. Is anyone else thinking of the episode of Seinfeld where Kramer has the Kavorka and has to wear the and he like bathes himself in vinegar and he wards off people because he stinks.
Yeah, the whole Kavorka thing is women just love him, obsessed with him. So yeah, he does all that stuff to try and make himself repellent.
Yeah, so basically she just stunk up her room. That's all she did.
I'm guessing she just sprayed her door down with Febreze or something. No one with ill intent would ever get through that. And then came Mr. Ill Intent himself, literally crashing through my door.
So
I
she
was-
admits it didn't work.
Maybe she did it backwards. I don't know.
So it sounds like this dude came over with the one thing on his mind, and she's like, "Oh, but can't we cuddle after?" He's like, "Fuck that noise! I just come over here to bone you, and I'm gonna leave." Is that Mr. Ill Intent?
Now you might think that after all of these objective failures, the person would say, maybe the magic thing is wrong. And
Yes.
but for some reason, they keep doing it over and over again. It's almost as though magic doesn't work.
So,
I think that actually says Mr. 3 Intent, and she's just done it again.
So I noticed there's no ward above your butthole. Huh.
That's called a tramp stamp.
I was so careful with that one. I waited until I thought it was safe. I didn't let him anywhere near my house until I felt certain.
Oh,
Then-
so she calls her private parts to her house. Got it.
Then
Didn't she just want him to come home?
Then
I'm
right,
funny, damn it.
then right before Christmas, he worked his own magic, a personality change and a disappearing act.
So he did go over to your house, do you, and then left. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, if
I
anyone's
called
gonna
it.
if anyone's gonna hit that, it's hit it and quit it and hope nobody finds out.
Fuck yeah. Would you wanna see her afterwards? You'd be like, witchy woo woo. Ah! See.
Doing more damage than almost anyone I've ever dated before. Right there in my diligently warded, magically guarded home.
So the wards didn't work?
isn't
Shockingly,
there-
no.
Isn't there a Bruce Springsteen song? There's a secret garden she has.
All of this just goes to show that magic doesn't work.
I, I, I left for my
Maybe she should watch Halloween Town for some ideas.
yeah.
Tyr says he clearly was a black man. That black magic is fucking dangerous.
Somehow they're never able to summon cigarettes.
Yeah.
They've got their magic wands are very dangerous.
Well, they're longer than other people's ones, so it makes sense.
I left for my holiday getaway to my mother's house, feeling stripped naked, violated to my core,
That seems
absolutely
inappropriate for time with your mother.
yeah, absolutely defenseless. Had all that magic failed me?
No, you just got to stop letting those migrants come into your house.
And when I arrived home a week later, I found one of my neighbors had left an anonymous Christmas gift. Several bags of dog shit right there on the doormat, underneath which was drawn a protective rune.
It was your child?
Hey, maybe that rune stopped them from getting the dog shit through the door.
Yeah.
Or maybe he actually accidentally summoned dog shit. Maybe she's just bad at magic.
No, it's just the Satan's way of telling her to try harder.
Maybe she's a undiagnosed dyslexic and has been drawing the runes all backwards this whole time.
Yeah.
That, folks, that was the last time I did magic.
Aww. Poor you.
There's been a lot of talk in my circles recently about feminism, and what many of us see as its logical evolution.
God. What a fucking segue that was. Holy shit.
Of course, because why not?
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, magic didn't work for me, so fuck it. Feminism. Next.
Many of us believe we will move into an age of witchcraft. In fact, we're in it now.
Okay.
In that you're making shit up, yes.
No, this shit was on the doorstep.
Will makes a good point. So all feminists are witches.
No, it blends perfectly because magic is bullshit and so is feminism.
Exactly. See?
We've been in it this whole time. It's just that women's ways and women's knowings have been demonized and criminalized for 1,000 years.
Okay.
Call it what you want. Call us what you want. But we witches and our magic have been around since the beginning of time.
I thought you said that last time that was the last time you did magic. So technically, you shouldn't be a witch anymore if you don't do magic anymore. Right?
Yeah,
I think she should double down. Break out the crystals, astrological charts.
I think that she should become a meth addict. I think it would be of much better service to her than anything else she's ever done in her life.
If you at your front door, scratch it. Get some crack.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm not afraid of a witch who can't even keep away dog shit.
Hey, her runes summon dog shit. So they summoned something. They must have worked. She just didn't get the kind of shit she wanted.
We need the Doge meme with the strong Doge of the past is a witch who gets thrown in a river, and then the modern Doge is I can't keep away dog shit.
It's a shit bomb.
We are the sorcerers who bleed every month yet don't die. We are the enchantresses who have not let systems of oppression strip us of our ability to know and give love.
Uh-huh.
We are the conjurers who can grow life out of a tiny clump of cells, whose bodies become a portal between Earthside and the underworld.
But you still need those warlocks and other, to get those clumps of cells in there,
So wait, your pussy is a gateway to hell?
Well, like we needed her to tell you that first.
Yeah. Abandon all hope, ye who enter.
I'll be right back.
No. You can wait until after the stream to jerk off, man. It's not that exciting.
Of course, it makes sense to imagine that one of the outcomes of feminism will be a re-embracing of women as witches. A recognition of the mysteries of womanhood as powerful and strong, instead of weak and suspicious. A willingness to acknowledge intuition as another way to access truth and knowledge. And perhaps it will evolve into a collective reckoning of what we have done to the women of this world. Perhaps we will finally acknowledge the ways we have used the gender binary to control, dominate, and oppress. The ways we tried to cull the female gender of any of its undesirable members.
You know, the witch aspect of your personality was so much more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely not my card.
This is just the typical word salad screed.
Well, I think it's because we've heard this feminist nonsense a million times, whereas at least the witch stuff was new insanity.
Yeah, it's stupid, but at least it's
necessarily
not
new
novel
insanity, but it is novel. You know,
Yeah.
you don't hear it as often, so it does sound kind of new. You know,
Relatively new.
you
It's
still
like-
know
not
bullshit,
as
but
much-
it's a fresher flavor.
Yeah.
I
I mean, think about it. It's kind of incredible because every single branch of philosophy takes thousands of years, or sorry, not thousands, hundreds of years to develop, and it goes over all of these expansions and it goes off into different branches, and everybody else has their own unique thoughts on every single matter. And then when you get to feminism, socialism, communism, etc., every single thing sounds exactly the same and it all sounds like total nonsense. Every single thing is the same. It's incredible. It's almost as though these people aren't actually thinking of what they're saying. They're just reciting the same thing over and over.
I mean, you sound skeptical, Jack, but what's this quarter behind your ear?
Yeah.
Okay, the ways we tried to cull the female gender of its undesirable members. And perhaps most of all, the ways we have violently removed women from their families and homelands, severing their ties to the land, preventing them from accessing their ancestral knowledge, and even stealing their names and languages. That women have their own language?
Yes.
Feminism's
I don't know, Frosted. I've heard some of them say some pretty crazy shit.
Feminism's ultimate unfurling should, it seems to many of us, restore to every woman her right to the magic of womanhood. Her access to her own power, and her identity as a formidable sorcerer whose body bridges the seen and unseen worlds. It's hard to keep hold of your magic when you're a woman in an oppressive patriarchy. For one thing, you're constantly shamed for it.
If it's hard to keep hold of, she might be using too much lube.
Yeah. So wait, the women have magic and they're still unable to overcome the wage gap or something?
Yeah.
Still
that-
can't find a
patriarchy
man,
is
still can't
strong.
get paid the same.
Yeah.
Women are superior, yet for some reason they're inferior in society.
Yeah, patriarchy too strong.
For one thing, you're constantly shamed for it in an attempt to make you abandon your own power. Go ahead, make one comment in jest about dancing naked under the full moon, and most men will roll their eyes so hard you will hear it.
Yes.
No,
Yes,
I
we
would vomit.
I mean, have those men seen you naked, sweetheart? Because that eye roll
Yeah.
might be something else entirely.
Okay. Then there are the attempts to stamp it out completely with violence and abuse. For instance, men who use the sexual conquest of women as an ego boost, or the ones who leave bags of dog shit at the front door of the only woman on the street who isn't married and doesn't have kids. Misogyny is a kind of magic too, and a powerful
I
one
am
at
a
that.
warlock.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
we're all magic guys. And apparently we're more powerful, because this bitch is shit.
I will use my dog shit spell on you.
Do I believe that a protection rune written in chalk underneath a welcome mat will protect me and my home? That baubles hanging over doors and windows will keep out evil? No, not exactly. Not literally. But
Then
there's
why
something,
you do it, you stupid bitch?
but there's something about it. Something I can't really explain. And isn't that the point? It's a mystery.
Yeah, delusion. What you're describing is like the dictionary definition of delusion. You are
It's a
deluding
mystery.
yourself into thinking it works, even though you know at a conscious level that it doesn't.
They justify it by saying, magic is a mystery. But I bet you if a Christian told them that God works mysterious ways, they'd roll their eyes so fucking hard.
Yeah, of course.
That's. Oh, and shout out to Tim, by the way. Hey,
Is he the one that left the dog shit, or is he the one that broke it with her before Christmas?
I don't know. Tim, did you shit on this lady's front porch? If so, apparently you have magic misogyny.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Okay. But there's something about it. Something I can't really explain. And isn't that the point? It's a mystery, and it's meant to be. These little acts of magic make me feel more at home than in the world, more a part of this mystery, instead of separated from it. I've been
So
honing
you don't
my...
work either, is what you're saying.
Well, she's too busy drawing runes and putting
Yeah,
stuff
she's
on her
doing
door.
chalk art and smoking weed. I appreciate that, but you
And
got to do
cleaning
something
dog
else
shit.
with your time.
I've been honing my magical skills since the very first time my mother put a black witch's hat on my head for Halloween, and I saw myself
you
in the
still-
mirror. Huh?
And you still can't ward off dog shit. Wow. I mean,
Uh,
you're not very good at your job there.
and I saw myself in the mirror and recognized something bigger than myself. What, your ass?
Mm.
This has always been part of my lineage, yet it feels so lost to me now. I find myself asking these days, what was the point of the protection runes, the charms, and other wards?
See,
have
that's
to-
the right question to be asking.
I have to remind myself that I didn't do it thinking it would keep away men who would use me, my home, and my body in order to feel like a conquering hero. I didn't do it because I believe...
Why did you do it?
Well, we're
She's
You
gonna
dumb
find...
bitch! Why did you do it?
She's gonna tell us.
Yeah. I didn't
I
do
mean,
it
the whole first part of the article kind of leads to a different conclusion. A contradictory one at that.
And
The
this does
whole-
not surprise you?
If you say, I'm going to do this to ward off evil spirits, and you don't believe that it's going to ward off evil spirits, then why the fuck do you do it, you stupid bitch?
I didn't do it because I believed those particular men in my neighborhood would stop harassing me and vandalizing my home, just because they believe a single childless woman doesn't belong in a family neighborhood. Bad things happen with or without magic. After that relationship, yet another one, shattered me and my mental health, I opted out of dating, indefinitely.
Yeah, I'm sure you're the one that opted out.
Are
Yeah.
you not going to explain why you did it?
No.
Mhm.
After
You
find...
just do it just because?
Shits and giggles, Jack. That's why.
No, she has an eHarmony account where she has one night stands every other day.
After finding the dog shit at my door, yet another incident since I moved to this hyper-Christian neighborhood, and facing another surge of terror over the escalation of this vandalism, I bought a security camera. You could call that magic too. And I'll tell you what,
That dog shit's really gonna murder you in the middle of the night, ain't it, sweetheart?
and I'll tell you what, it works. I haven't had my heart broken or my home vandalized since. So you didn't need magic, you needed a security camera. All right.
How about this? How
You
about
didn't you needed ADT.
how about this? If you don't like men, then just don't invite them into your house.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of like vampires. They can't come in unless you invite them.
especially
Men
if
are
you have a
gonna
ward.
break into your house so that they can date you.
Yeah,
Well, I
I
mean,
don't.
they might, but once they smell the patchouli, they'll turn right around. I promise.
Yeah, what's all this dog shit on the doorstep?
I'm just imagining like a guy in the full like ski mask and everything break into your house. Yeah, I want to date ya.
Many years ago, in the miniseries The Mists of Avalon, a broken-hearted Morgaine retreated to Avalon, realizing all her work to preserve the old ways had been in vain. Christianity and the patriarchy had overtaken Britain, and there was nothing she could do about it. I'll never
So she's
forget.
as useless as you are.
Yeah. I'll never forget the final scene in which she stood in a church, staring lovingly at a statue of the Virgin Mary, understanding that even though she had not succeeded in her quest, the goddess was still alive and well, just in another form. Isn't that the way of thermodynamics? Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only altered.
Oh no, bitch! You don't get to get all scientific now.
But she
No.
has
The witch is quiet, guys. The witch is going to inform us about science.
the magic of brings home security.
You don't get to talk about sage and fucking chalk art and then try and lecture me on physics. I don't think so.
I set out to find my liberation as a woman 4 years ago, with the hopes that my journey would inspire other women. And instead I found myself facing an increasingly violent world, filled with men who hate us so much it staggers me.
Stop being an
Even
obnoxious
women
little
don't
bitch.
like you, bitch. This is a sign.
Well, just stop being an obnoxious little bitch, and maybe men will stop hating you.
Where's Johnny Hellcat to say, "Have you tried not being a total bitch when you need him"?
They're probably in chat.
Or maybe just don't start conversations with, "I use magic to keep bad people out of my life." They aren't just out there on the internet. They are here in our dating circles and our neighborhoods.
Well,
In truth,
not yours, apparently.
In truth, I have so little faith in magic these days. It's no match against men who are willing to wield the darkest of dark magic, tidal waves of endless violence and misogyny. And yet, like Morgaine, I see my lineage and my magical inheritance hidden everywhere in this patriarchal world. If I
like the endless tidal waves of violence and misogyny, that's the darkest of dark magic.
Yes.
So magic, like being a woman, like men are better at even trying. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm
Okay.
picturing a magic fight where she's drawing like runes on her door and putting sage on it, and then some guy comes over and calls her a bitch, and he wins the fight.
Then another guy comes over. "I'm gonna date ya."
Oh no!
Okay. If I really think about it, I realize there are ways I work my magic that don't fit into traditional descriptions. You might say I'm working my magic right now. Which means perhaps it isn't lost to me after all. Perhaps it has just changed forms while I tend to this pain of lost faith. I swear, if this ends with the magic was the friends we made along the way, I have to remember I still have power. I still can create change. After all, I have found a way to protect my home from further vandalism. And
No, you paid somebody else who figured out a way to protect your home from vandalism.
When she says she can create change, maybe she just means that she has a job as a cashier.
yeah. Which is
No,
also a
she
type
can't
of magic,
create
I assume.
change.
Yeah, that goes back to the thermodynamics theory. You can't create change.
That's
You
true.
can only provide it. You can only exchange change. That's the stupidest rhyme.
And maybe my wards and charms actually did work on that man who charged right through them. He didn't stick around long. Perhaps those little acts of magic helped me limit the scope of the damage he was able to inflict. I really want her to say, also I bought a gun, which is a type of magic.
Or maybe he just, he found out whether or not crazy pussy does in fact hit differently, and then he decided to just bounce.
Yeah. So technically the wards did kind of work. Who am I to judge? It's all a mystery, remember? Maybe we're not supposed to know. Maybe the effects of our magic are the least important part of our practice. Maybe our only job is to fill the universe with our hexes and enchantments and leave the rest to work itself out.
Yeah, I believe they made a country song about it. Jesus, take the wheel.
So there you have it. Women are magical, but also magic doesn't work, and security cameras are much more effective. And also men are much better at magic, apparently.
Yes.
I mean, wait until she finds out about firearms. I mean,
Yeah.
Did she ever explain why she does magic in spite of the fact that she doesn't actually believe it?
Like,
I mean,
apparently the answer
why do
would
Catholics
just be
go to confession, Jack?
apparently the answer would just be the gif of Elmo shrugging. Okay. So,
I mean, why would you admit something so damning to your entire philosophy and just totally drop it?
I'm sure her words will work someday. All right. So now, at the end of the second article comes the second game, which is for the chat only, boobs. And that is the caption contest, where I show a photo of a political figure or event, and the chat has to come up with a caption for it, and whichever one we like best, I'll tweet out after the show. So this week, we've got good old Representative Bowman pulling that fire alarm after removing the warning signs on the door.
I think you mean he was trying to open the door.
Yeah. Even though he pulled the alarm and then immediately turned away from the door.
Well, he thought it was a different door. He was going to the door he thought he had opened.
Oh, I get it. There was a ward at the door.
There you go.
Yeah, summon dog shit.
No, but haven't you played a video game where you push a button, then a door opens on the other side of the building, so you've got to go find the door that opens?
Okay, Dax is starting off strong. Maybe this will end the chirping.
Wow.
That's an early favorite. Folks.
Denied me some fried chicken.
All right, and Rotten is trying to pander with Steve.
Yeah, that
Let's
doesn't
see.
really fit though.
Denied me some fried chicken. Let's see. Yeah, freaking heart's in the way again.
If I pull this,
If I pull this, will candy appear?
I'm pretty sure that heart is like the most ill-conceived chat idea ever. They could
I
have just
know,
put it
right?
Who even
could've put
cares
it-
about it?
literally anywhere. What is its purpose?
It's to spam those little flying emojis so you can go like this.
Yeah,
And
does
symbols
anyone
will
pay
come up.
attention to those emojis?
No,
only on Instagram or whatever those fucking people that live stream their illegal shit do.
people are using the function now, and they're spamming the heart in the face, and
And they'll do that for approximately 10 more seconds before the novelty wears off, and
Yeah.
they'll never use it again.
Well,
until
now
we
you're.
bring it up.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. You are not a high enough level to enter here. Well, Open Sesame didn't work. Is this not platform 9 3/4? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I watched the video of him doing what he's like. He pulled the signs off, and then he knew exactly what the hell he was doing.
Yeah.
It was
I
like
mean,
a
if,
high-
behind
yeah.
some bullshit excuse of, "Oh, I
I
thought
mean,
it was the exit." No, motherfucker.
everyone's calling him stupid, and he is obviously, but it really kind of masks the greater point. He knew exactly what he was trying to do.
yeah. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if he was just doing it because he was dumb and thought it would open the door, he would have pulled it and then waited at the door for a moment and
Yeah,
realized what
like the
happened.
I like the point that Matt Walsh made, which is like his explanation of what happened makes him look so stupid. It would be less embarrassing to admit he was being criminal.
Let's
Like
see.
he is so stupid he doesn't know how a fire door works, or he can just admit, yeah, I was, trying to prevent the vote. It's like,
Let's see.
which is less embarrassing? I think at least the criminal knows how a door works.
I'll pull the fire alarm and blame it on Trump. Damn, forgot my key card again. Fire. Roasted chicken sounds good. Cracker summon jutsu. Is that a reference or something? I don't know what that is. Let's see. The minority whip promised me to make Secretary of Education if I do this. This will show the Republicans. I got your point of order right here, mutual fucks. Resident Evil taught if I pull, I can get the exit key after I fight Nemesis. Hey, I think my friend's in there. Can I take a look real quick? It was a Naruto reference, apparently. All right, well, we got a bunch, so I think I'll cut it off there. So
I think Mr. Dax is still the clear winner.
Yeah, I agree. He won with the first option, and then everyone else just wasted their time.
Yeah, I think I gotta go with Mr. Dax.
Unanimous.
Camel, you agreeing?
I concur. Yes. Mr. Dax.
No, no white woman here.
And your volume is low again, Camel.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I don't know why it keeps doing
that. I don't know. All right, so congrats, Mr. Dax. Yeah, I'll give you a heart. There you go.
I guess my biggest issue with what he did was who actually bought his excuse. Everybody knows this bullshit, and then he got away with it. Any person who is not him.
No, but you see, that's the genius of it, is that he is in fact facing criminal charges, which means that when he says something so stupid and everybody calls him stupid, the narrative becomes he's stupid as opposed to he's a criminal.
Yeah.
And that's what it is now. Everyone is calling him stupid, even though he's a no good, filthy crook.
I like James Carley's caption. This will fix Camel's volume.
All right, that probably would have been at least second place if it had been on time.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, and now for our final article. And after the final article, we will have Poe or No Gender Edition.
Yeah, I assumed that you weren't going to give that up.
No.
And not your favorite game, Terry. No way.
So, as the title of the stream implies, we have found the secret to upward financial mobility, and it's very easy.
Why?
Yeah, you have
say
to
socialism.
You spend $30 million in 30 days, and if you do that, you get $300 million. I saw it on Twitter.
Millions. That's a good movie.
Did you watch that movie, Terry?
I haven't seen the movie yet, no. I watched The Incredibles because Hammer sent it to me, but I haven't watched Brewster's Millions yet.
Frosted, can we watch Brewster's Millions?
Yeah, you
got
caught
one
me.
of the best actors in it, John Candy.
Yeah, instead of the last article, we're watching Brewster's Millions. You caught me.
Woo!
Yay!
Now, the answer to becoming rich can be summed up in one question. Oh, wait. Okay. Have you tried fucking your sister?
Wow.
Liberation of the market by reintroduction of incest. That's a take.
Oh my sweet Jesus.
I don't care. I don't care if it's unrelated to Halloween. This had to be the titular article.
Yeah.
That's kind of amazing. It's so absurd on its face that I'm almost willing to overlook it just because it's a departure from the word salad that we get with every other fucking article.
I just read like the disclaimer, and they're doing the Pornhub thing of no, it's okay, step sister.
Well, that's only if you are, too uncomfortable.
Yes.
Then just put the step in there.
This
Yeah,
person,
so,
damn, Frosty, wow, that's an old article.
What?
Yeah, it is.
He has a whopping 3 articles. He doesn't have a profile, whatever the fuck it is, and they are following exactly one account.
I like how it says.
Are they following Frosted? That would be awesome.
Are we going to ignore the fact that it says edited? Because that obviously means that there's a first draft of this work.
Yeah.
In which the author felt that maybe what I said was a bit too much.
No.
That-
It could be that it didn't go far enough.
Yeah, they did the first draft and were like, well, I don't want to sound crazy. I better do a second draft.
No, I think it's the opposite. I think they did their first draft and that I don't think I fully got my point across. I need to elaborate.
So, disclaimer. Below discussion is strictly limited to the realm of marriage and legally consensual interactions between adults. If at any point you are uncomfortable with the context, even then think about a stepbrother and a stepsister getting married. It is even better to use this context because it only highlights the ridiculousness of the circumstance.
What? I'm sorry, but you lost me already, you sick fuck.
Incestuous marriage between relatives, whether they are related by blood or law, has found itself banned more or less everywhere with certain deviations in the severity of the ban depending on jurisdiction.
For good reason.
Yeah, have you ever seen somebody with one of those Habsburg jaws?
Ugh.
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. These bans came about because over a few recent generations of human society, incest has been looked down upon and seen as an activity that the representatives of the outdated concept of monarchy usually resort to.
Well, that and it also causes severe birth defects, all that other kind of shit that you probably don't want to see with, with your own family. That there's a reason why they say to keep it out of the family, not in the family.
No. Nothing says loving like marrying your cousin.
And the show was
We're not Pakistani, Terry.
The show was called All in the Family.
There you go. Got a point.
Oh, with the tagline, incest is best, put your sister to the test?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, God.
Nonetheless, the same period of time has normalized things like socialism and theory of evolution, which have
I
steadily...
like that they put evolution on the same level as accepting incest.
So, I mean, we're batting 2 for 3. I mean, that'll get you into Cooperstown.
which have steadily stripped away the rights of the middle and lower class under the guise of improvement of standard of living by destroying social bonds and relaxing...
How did the theory of evolution destroy society?
Oh, yep. Tyr makes a good point. Did Ilhan Omar write this article?
It is possible.
Did we find her pseudonym?
I mean, it would make sense this guy was against the theory of evolution, if for no other reason that it proves that his position is absurd on its face.
Yeah, I mean, his progeny having webbed toes and missing a couple chromosomes, that's just the will of Allah.
Mm-hmm. But apparently incest is just fine, right?
And relaxing the boundaries of personal property. Although it is hard to discuss a topic so heavily submerged in the abyss of everything that is taboo, the proletariat needs to rediscover the power incest, understanding of which has been cleansed from its collective mind by the most influential members of our society, who are the only ones...
Oh yeah, that's right, the conspiracy to get rid of incest. Klaus Schwab. We need to reduce the population by getting rid of incest.
Mm-hmm. It's a braza.
Who are the only ones left knowing its true potential for redrawing the boundaries between classes. The fear of redrawn boundaries between the people or social mobility is what drives the most powerful to put a moratorium of incestuous marriages, because the mechanisms of wealth accumulation that will be enabled through incest will create more powerful families coming from lower classes, to compete to compete with those that have been established at the top of our social pyramid for multiple generations already.
This guy must be smoking some seriously fucking
No, I think he just
bad
wants to
shit.
fuck his sister.
No
Yeah.
kidding. Is this his way of basically saying, yeah, I want to fuck my sister, but I'm gonna make sure that I write up this giant dissertation on, hey, look how great incest is.
No,
how
I think he's been visited by the incest gnomes. It's like step one, fuck your sister. Step two, step
my
three,
question,
profit.
my
Yeah.
question though is how are like lower and middle class families supposed to generate wealth to compete with the high strata
By
when
fucking
they
their,
when
their
well
relatives.
hold on, how are they supposed to generate that wealth when they're spending all their money chaining up a bunch of their children that look like Sloth from the Goonies in the basement?
I think that the big problem is that people who are in favor of incest think it's gonna look like the stepbrother stepsister pornography because
No,
it's
I
two
think-
hot people and they don't
No,
know what
but-
actual incest looks like.
No, but I actually have an answer for Camel, and that is you can make a lot of money running a freak show.
Or
Not anymore. They got rid of those like the turn of the last century.
But have you ever seen people who are actually incestuous? Because they're not pretty people.
yeah, they're called the
The
Royals.
only one I've seen is Christian.
Yeah, they're hideous. They're hideous, ugly freaks of nature.
Yeah, like I said, Christian. Yeah.
In other words,
No.
the proletariat.
Oh,
It's,
that is one long fucking paragraph right there.
yeah.
If you inbreed enough, you get amazing banjo players. Very nice for that.
Just like socialist ideas, ban of incest is mostly used to build a roadblock for those from middle and upper class attempting to move up into the highest, most powerful class of those that actually control our society, to shift all the competition into lower classes, where the proletariat only competes with itself for higher standard of living, and the run-on sentences, which effectively yields a top of society that is composed of the same families for many generations to come. Although there have been biological arguments that are used to justify such ban, they do not hold up to trivial analysis of their foundation within the limits of
Oh,
current
really?
social norms. Yeah, it's. I mean, they say it's bad for you, but whatever.
I mean,
Right.
have you seen what? Okay, fine. Let's not think of any specific individuals in society. Let's just think of nature in general. Dog breeds. Have you ever seen like a pit bull, or one of those like a boxer dog or a pug? Those things they can't fucking breathe, and the reason is that they've been inbred to holy fuck.
But the other thing is, like, humans just have a natural revulsion to the idea. Like, my sister is only my stepsister, but I still cannot think of anything sexual towards her because it's revolting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
Terry just pulled in, I wouldn't even rape you.
Well, it even happens in the animal kingdom too. You have these different sects that grow up together, and then all of a sudden, when the males become mature and the females are just like, "Hey, come over here," the males are like, "No, I'm good, thanks." Incest is even prohibited in the animal kingdom by their own
Yeah.
species.
Because they've got a natural instinct to propagate the species, which isn't going to happen if you're fucking your own relatives and
Yeah.
causing genetic defects.
And that's why we don't.
You're not going to
that-
be able to propagate the species if you've been inbreeding so long. Your sperm looks like the three-eyed fish from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
While a careful shrouding of the activity and social repugnance has stopped anybody from doubting the legitimacy of such ban. That's not a sentence. Yet this exact combination of cultural manipulation of incest has robbed society of an ability of changing and displacing those who have made the most important decisions of the past century and a half. Incestuous marriage is an opportunity for a generation to consolidate the success of the previous generation underneath itself and continue to achieve greater affluence. rather than try almost from the beginning with their respective new spouses. The principle of wealth accumulation through an incestuous marriage roughly applies same way to all kinds of relatives, whether it is siblings, cousins, or others, with varying degrees of relative preservation of wealth within the family depending on how distantly the spouses are related to each other.
Yeah.
So, are we all agreed that Pitku here is somewhere writing this from somewhere on the Indian subcontinent?
I don't know, but whatever. This dude seriously has a hard on for his sister.
I,
That's the only
I
thing I can
think,
think.
or his mother. It could be. his
Yeah,
mother.
yeah.
The first floor of his home is nothing but washing machines.
Yeah, this is just disturbing in really, really bad ways.
Yeah.
You know, I think siblings can pool their wealth in ways that don't involve fucking.
Yeah, has he tried like a piggy bank? I mean, I'd start there before just
Piggy
got
bank
busy
before
with the
sperm
inbreeding.
bank.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was thinking he's going to make her squeal like a piggy.
Is that what that hole under bottom means?
When a brother and sister choose to join each other in marriage, they are effectively entering into a union and cooperation, while bringing the wealth of their parents into the union either initially or after their parents' death. When a brother and sister proceed to marry outside of their family, they effectively cut the capital that would be passed down to them from their parents in half, therefore preventing them from achieving the gains they could have made if they were to
But
stay together.
Don't they gain
So-
the money
so-
from the other family?
Yeah,
siblings
it's
can't make
consolidation of
financial
wealth.
gains without making whoopee. Is that really the argument he's making here?
Yeah.
But his argument doesn't even make sense. I mean, keep in mind the whole foundation of marriage in the first place was consolidation of power.
Yeah.
I'm
I
waiting.
mean, that's
I'm waiting
what it
for,
was to do.
Yeah, well,
I'm
not with a
waiting for-
relative, though.
I'm waiting for
Well, no,
step.
but I'm saying you can't consolidate power if you keep the marriage
Right.
within the family.
Yeah, the
Right.
whole point was to bring two families together as one big political entity to have more power.
I'm waiting for step 2. Buy scratch tickets.
Yeah.
Step 3, question mark. Step 4, profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that question mark is all over this fucking article.
Therefore, similar to estate tax, limiting people to marrying outside of their family causes setbacks and accumulation of families' wealth and power, which in the end decreases the family's ability to successfully break from middle and lower classes into the upper class, and then onto the layer of society that is marked by utmost affluence and influence.
Okay, I'm starting to get the impression that this author is, in fact, the product of inbreeding.
Yeah.
Well, that and he's also from like a seriously low income bracket and completely idolizes those at the top. And
Did I call it or did I call it Indian subcontinent?
Yeah, it is like he's trying to justify getting to the top by fucking a relative. And hey, look, see what I'm doing? I'm doing exactly what I think they do in order for them to get to the top. But he's got
You know,
Basic,
Like
completely wrong.
the Pakistani community in England, a large percentage of them are marrying first cousins.
Ew.
basically,
and-
what
and-
we have here is the plot of a Bollywood film.
Yeah.
Camel, that's why all those Pakistanis are rich.
I thought it was like being funded by state sponsored terrorism, but okay.
No, don't be silly.
That's in Iran, see.
It's incestuous
Don't
marriage
forget
is
the Pakistani ISI there, Moon.
No, they got rich by doing tech support for computer companies.
incestuous marriage is necessary as a choice for people to continue building their legacy, because no other mechanism to do so exists currently. Egalitarian nature of modern society leads to all heirs claiming an equal share of the inheritance, which breaks the fortune apart, while an incestuous marriage will keep those pieces together, which will be beneficial. Yeah, it says right here, Moon, it will be beneficial to those attempting the feats of social mobility.
Yes, I get it. If it's on the internet, it must be true. But holy fucking shit, dude! Come on, this guy is so disillusioned by this whole incest equals, oh my God, we're rich.
No, Moon, you forgot to finish your sentence. You said "come on," but then you forgot to say "your sister." Correct me
Sorry,
on
I
that.
was comatose or something like that during that quick second. But I don't. Not to mention the fact that my inner grammar Nazi just wants to smack this guy upside the head a couple of times, like paragraph. But I just don't. I just want to know where the hell this guy gets this method of thinking. I really do.
He wants to bang his sister. It's not
No. Moon
And-
he said you want to know where he gets his line of thinking from his mother and his sister, who happen to be the same person.
I mean,
And-
that also begs the question: are you still breastfeeding at 27?
I should
This
hope
person's-
so. It's got a lot of nutrients.
The thing is that this person's logic fails at every. I mean, aside from just being generally wrong, this person's very arguments fail completely when you apply even a little bit of scrutiny to them. For example, this whole thing about building intergenerational wealth by marrying someone who's related to you. Guess what? If you need to build intergenerational wealth, you want to marry someone who's rich. If you're poor, what are the odds that your sister is rich?
No, that's
Probably
that's
not
like I
great.
said. Ridiculous envy of rich people is like this guy's MO for everything.
Well,
Well,
you
I
only
mean,
you only
they
marry
may
your
be-
sister when it's wise to do so. Obviously.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes,
they may be
no.
poor in money, the sister, but they're rich in mitochondrial DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's the same kind as this guy's, then that fucking kid's gonna have like 3 legs or some shit like that, or one growing out of his back or something.
Yet, as things stand now, such a journey is highly unlikely. As the concentration of wealth in the family grows exponentially higher as closer to the top of the family being sampled is, it becomes increasingly difficult to move up without being able to consolidate previous generations' wealth, to use it as the capital to achieve greater wealth and higher social position. This exact result of ban on incest is what keeps the insulated top of our society from being penetrated from the outside,
Wow, double entendre much?
and de facto removes any need for them to compete with the lower classes.
Wow.
Now I'm just picturing rich people finding out that the poor people are banging their sisters, and they're like, "Oh shit, we're screwed."
They found out our secret.
It's all over.
Despite the economic and social benefits of incestuous marriage for everybody except the richest members of the bourgeoisie, incest has been conceptually assassinated and smeared with a label of taboo by promotion of the idea that messing with incest is a sure way to degenerate a family over generations.
Whatever.
You can
What?
navigate the internet and speak English well enough to type all this shit out on Medium, but you can't Google DNA. Really?
No. See, DNA is that thing that you splatter on somebody's chest when you're done fucking your sister, you know, according to
I'm
this guy.
I'm just imagining now like a rich guy on his deathbed explaining to like his son, the secret to all of my wealth is fucking your sister.
Wow. Oh,
But
now he's,
Dad, I'm the
now he's
oldest.
talking about
You were rich
alleles.
before
Oh
I
my
was
God.
born.
Mr. Dax in chat says DNA. I don't listen to hip hop.
It is undeniably true that inbreeding propagates a highly similar genetic material, which increases frequency of occurrence of alleles present in the given genetic material. Just as alleles may be a variant of the gene that decreases the carrier's ability to survive and reproduce, they may also improve survival and reproduction ability of the carrier.
No.
And your source for this is?
You
No,
know,
the source is trust me, bro.
Citation needed. There
various
you go.
websites.
Yeah, which websites? Yeah.
Oh, some of them end in hub. You know, others have multiple X's, either at the beginning or end. I mean, there's a lot of scientific research out there, guys. You should check it out.
Yeah, it'll be like asterisk 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 hub.
Yeah, the Christian Science monitor that Monkey keeps referring to. Very
Yeah,
informative,
science is in the title. Yeah.
Now it's called Banjo Hub.
Yeah.
Let's see. Therefore, a choice to commit incest may be economically and socially beneficial, but it may also carry genetic consequences for those who decide to benefit from it.
I mean, it's only beneficial if you're trying to make some like web-footed flipper child and enter them into the Olympics, Michael Phelps style. Other than that, no, there is no economic benefit. What are you fucking smoking?
On
Everything.
on other hand, the biological consequences may not be as serious for those choosing to do it, in case of their genetic material being sufficiently diverse or lacking an amount of undesirable alleles, such that
Well, if everyone keeps fucking their sisters, how's it going to end up being sufficiently diverse?
And Frosted, I think we might have to start over because Eagle says, "What the hell did I just walk into?"
Oh, okay. So Elon Musk.
Well, how do you think Elon Musk got rich?
The secret.
Such that an
Is that why
increase...
he's such a spurg?
Yeah.
I think it must be. Yes.
It would certainly explain his daughter.
Yeah.
X marks the spot between the sister's legs.
Such that an increase of frequency of these alleles would not severely affect future generations. Therefore, a group of related individuals with a high-quality genetic material that is not stained by an abundance of disorder causing alleles arguably would be better off inbreeding rather than breeding outside of their group of relatives and risking reproducing with an individual carrying greater amount of disorder-causing alleles.
What?
Did
Did he just try to seriously just science us into thinking incest is great?
Yeah.
You know, it's actually better for you to fuck your sister.
I guess so. Shit.
If you want to protect your health, you should fuck your sister.
No, I just realized calling someone a motherfucker is actually a compliment now.
Yeah.
For this guy, he's like, thanks.
Wow, you look great. What have you been doing? Well, I cut out gluten. I've been lifting weights, fucking my sister.
You just kind of non-shit, whatever. Just
Drinking plenty of water, getting 8 hours of sleep, occasionally. Like I said, fucking my sister.
If you're over 65 and have Parkinson's, you should try fucking your sister.
Well, this person obviously has not seen that one episode of X-Files with those two fucking mongoloid dudes fucking their mom, who they have on some little thing they scoot underneath the bed. Oh,
Yep.
That's one of the most disturbing episodes I've ever seen.
Risk that comes along with incest is not as one-sided as assured destruction to one's lineage.
Pause.
Has he never played Crusader Kings?
Mr. Jack says, incest brought to you by Pfizer.
Ask your doctor if fuck-assist is right for you.
Fuck assist. That's their new drug.
And if that doesn't work, try extra strength fuck a mum.
Fuck 'em up.
Risk that comes along with incest is not as one-sided as a sure destruction to one's lineage. That has been imprinted of minds of all proletariat with a shallow smear, in a clear case of science being used to protect those at the top. Yet the risk itself may be worth the potential economic gain the family can experience over generations.
How many generations? How many generations of my family have to fuck each other before they get rich and profit?
We all know that the richest people in the world are those folks who live down in the bayou who commit incest all the fucking time because there's no other people around.
Yeah. Those banjo playing swamp people. They're the ones that hold all the wealth. They're richer than any sheik in Saudi Arabia.
Well, those fan boats ain't gonna build themselves.
Finally, incest is an act that deals with something sacred, a person's choice. In the society that is built on personal freedom, forbidding consenting adults from being able to make a choice after weighing all the risks seems rather unacceptable. because it does not only impose a restriction of social freedom, but also affects people economically as participants of the market.
Wait, how did we go from like fucking the proletariat, the bourgeoisie, to fucking like extreme like anarcho libertarian?
This person is fucked in the head, and I'm not talking from his sister either. This is just, yeah. I've given up on this fucker ever getting into modern society successfully. It's just not gonna happen.
See, now I'm just thinking this week's episode, the author's barely disguised fetish.
Yeah.
I hope there's people in chat taking notes from this article. It's like, okay, this is how I make money. This is awesome.
Speaking of money, I'm willing to bet money this dude's ISP pings to like Karachi or Islamabad.
Well, he uses NordVPN.
And now for a word from our sponsor, NordVPN.
Biological.
Are you worried about the government tracking your sexual habits with your siblings?
I imagine this guy would play a banjo like a sitar.
He would probably just chew on it. Biological implications cannot be the basis to prevent people from making a choice about who they marry and reproduce with. Such restrictions legitimize things like eugenics, because they restrict people's social actions on supposed basis of biology, where people in power chose who has the right to breed with who in order to protect the community from biological deterioration.
It should be with whom, because clearly the grammar has been impeccable to this point, so I just was caught off guard by such a blatant error.
Let's hold on. Let's take a step back here. The author is basically saying, if you don't allow me to fuck my sister, you're basically committing genocide.
Yes.
Oh, and this episode of The Corner will go down in history as the most times we've said "fuck our sister." So there you go.
Banning two consenting related adults from getting married because their children may not be healthy is equivalent to finding genetically incompatible couples that have a high chance of producing a child with disorders and banning them from making their choice.
Wow.
This reasoning leads to recognition of relationships yielding healthy children above those that do not, which effectively destroys relationship equality. On the other hand,
I'm willing to make that sacrifice in order to ban incest. I don't have a problem with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm willing to make that sacrifice just to keep this fucker from getting laid.
That too.
You know all those people on the left who say the slippery slope is a fallacy? Well, yeah, I don't think so.
Will says this. The author has mental deterioration due to growing up calling his brother Uncle Dad.
No, you know what my fervent desire is? I hope this article ends with, "So will you marry me?"
that or hey, you
guys. On the other hand, the mere fact that the restriction of incestuous marriage protects the social position of the highest class of our society through generations is an obvious case of people in power suppressing people that are not. The social aspect of this restriction is often overlooked due to how taboo the topic of incest seems, and all of it plays to the advantage of the ultra-rich. Shrouded in darkness, incest could have been a tool to help families move up through social classes over generations. But it's
going.
No shit. Like, is this fucking article over yet? Good God. How many more?
This guy has a lot to say about incest, okay?
I think the author's fetish is not even barely disguised.
No.
But its ban has left countless families behind, or even through them back to where they started.
That's the wrong through, but okay.
Sure. All right. The most affluent and influential of people convinced the proletariat that ban on incest would ensure the biological health of the society, and yet it only hurt the proletariat itself by making sure that its members or their children would never make it to that top that is so afraid of competition.
Is this fucker just like saying the same shit over and over and over?
Yeah.
Just like
Pretty much.
recycling the paragraph that he just said about 10 minutes ago?
Well,
Like,
it's
look,
been
look.
edited, you see. I told you, the edit was not to make it less crazy, it's to elaborate on what he felt he didn't act.
Moon, if you
convey
just read
sufficient-
between the lines, every paragraph is repeating itself. It's just, I want to bang my sister. I want to bang my sister. I want to bang my
Yeah,
sister.
Basically.
all this shit is just code for I want to fuck her so fucking but but I'm gonna hide it and say, hey, look how great it is. Proletariat.
Maybe what happened was the author repeated himself 6 times, and he said, "You know what? I'll edit this down a little bit. It's too much.
No,
I'll only say it 5."
He did not edit it down. He edited it up.
Oh my
And
God.
instead of just saying, I want to fuck my sister, he has to be like, for the good of society, I have to fuck my sister.
It's not that I want to. It's that I need to help society.
Yeah.
You know what it's like? It's like you know how in Frasier, whenever Frasier and Niles start trying to bullshit themselves into believing they did the right thing.
Yeah.
That's what this is. This is one giant bullshitting himself into thinking that
It's
fucking
for the
your
greater
sister's
good.
the right thing.
I was gonna
for
say,
the
like, I
greater
never really paid attention to Frasier or Niles. Like, the dad, that was the one I watched.
like
The cool
like
old
when
dude
they
with the dog and the lazy boy. He was more my vibe.
I'm kind of disappointed that this guy didn't tag one of the tags. This is incest.
Asterisk. All of this just scratches the top of its issue, as it has been taboo for so long. There is still too much to discuss about the issue before finding a way to fix this injustice.
And no,
All this just
proves-
scratches the surface? Really? You
That-
think
no,
you
but
can go on a
that
deeper
proves I'm
dive?
right. That proves I'm right. He didn't edit down. He edited up, and he's saying there's still more he wants to say.
Yeah. Hey, baby, how much do you want to know about incest?
No, thank you.
Are you sure about that? All right. Thought I'd ask because this guy just went
Hi,
on a
son.
diatribe about incest and
Hi,
Camel-
son.
and everyone says hi.
Hi, son.
Hi, Terry. Hi, Jack. Hi, Camel.
Do you have a sister, son?
Yeah. And Frosta says, "Do you have a sister, son?"
No, but I have a brother.
Oh! Well,
Now, see,
good
now
luck, son,
everybody-
because you're about to strike it rich.
Son, how badly do you want to make some money?
Unfortunately, she didn't listen to the article, so she wouldn't get the reference. But
Even better, just answer the question
Yeah.
cold. Let's see how
And
she answers.
everybody's now saying hi to you since you're down
Okay,
here.
hold on.
Yeah.
So,
Just
you might as well speak before she comes in here and start saying hi to everybody.
just tell her she's gonna get rich and to trust you.
Yes, you'll get rich with incest. Trust me. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah. And,
So
and
go
this,
down the list there.
this article doesn't have a single like, so I'm gonna give it one.
Hi, Evolved Potato. Hi, Brandon. Hi, Mr. Dax. Hi, Mike R. Hi, Grand Inquisitor. Hi, Ebony Williams. Hi, Shih Tzu. Hi, Eagle. Hi, Unit 731. Hi, Dante. Hi, Rotten Corpse. Hi, Six.
Man, we really need
And-
a viewer named Doggy.
Hi, Johnny Hellcat.
Yeah,
I know Will's there, so hi, Will.
It's just a shame you can't leave a comment because of your account getting banned. Because I think it needs comments. It doesn't look like there's any comments either.
I gave it a like.
this
That's
guy-
the best I can do.
Yeah, well, this article is dated back from 2018, and this guy has only had 3 articles total.
Wouldn't it be funny if he got like an email alert or something saying that somebody liked his article?
Probably did.
Like, somebody has liked your article. Invite me.
And then we
My
go to
message
like
is
a
finally catching on.
yeah, we go to like a mud hut in the middle of India, and this guy who's like frail and thin is like, finally somebody understands.
Yeah.
I think it'll be like The Simpsons when Al Gore gets notified that someone put a copy of his book.
Oh, yeah.
Celebrate good
essentially-
times. Come
Essentially,
on.
what this
I
guy is
will.
saying is that
No, thank you. I'm not ever doing incest because one, my brother looks too much like my dad, and my dad I hated. So no.
Wait, that's the top reason, really?
well, that's the top reason, really.
Well,
My brother isn't hot enough.
no,
The
not
Sun
that.
story.
My brother.
Yeah, so you need a better reason than that.
So,
Do-
do-
like,
do
if
it
he
for the
didn't
good
look
of
so
the-
much like your dad, it might be a go.
No, do it for the good of society, son.
Yeah.
Terry says you should do it for the good of society.
Terry, why don't you come here and then fuck my brother then?
Whoa!
Well, that wouldn't be incest. That'd just be your
Yeah.
standard homosexuality.
Terry has to fuck his brother or sister.
And Terry's already rich. He doesn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I don't have daddy issues, Eagle. I don't like my dad.
She really doesn't. I can confirm.
really don't like
I
my
can
dad.
confirm that. I mean, he's dead, but she's still, yeah.
All right. Well, now it's time for the final game,
Final game.
which is Poe or No Gender Edition.
See, you'll stick around for the gender game, won't you?
Oh, fuck me.
Whoa!
Hey, your brother isn't here yet, okay?
Yeah, your brother isn't here yet.
Yes, Moon does have siblings. He's got 2 full brothers,
2 half brothers, and
2
one
half
sister.
brothers, and a
One
half
half-sister.
sister. And the
Oh,
half
there you
sister and
go.
1 half brother aren't related to the other half brother.
Yes.
Well,
Between
lots
And
of
you have a
Lots of
half brother
variety.
and a half sister.
I have
Well-
2 half brothers, 1 half sister.
By the
Hey,
time you're
two
done with
sisters, that's 50% profit right
and
there,
1
Moon.
half brother and 1 half sister are related.
by the
But
time
they
you're
are
done
no relation to the other half brother.
Yes.
by the time you're done with her, she'll be a full sister.
Whoa!
There you
No,
go.
no. No, that. Oh, yuck! I just now got that. Fucking gross. Ew.
Half brother and half sister.
No, Frosted said by the time I'm done with her, she'll be my full sister.
Ew.
I love this
Ew.
article. All right. So,
Yeah, this is now his favorite article ever.
Yeah, it was a good article.
Yeah.
so, Poe or No Gender Edition. This is where I take
See.
three. This is where I take 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and 1 I made up. And you have to figure out which one is made
Wait. They're all real. They're all real this week.
up. And of course, this will be a special spooky gender edition.
A spooky one? Okay.
They're all fake.
Mhm.
Okay, fine.
Not
No,
from
wait.
me.
No, it's not. It's not gonna be all real. It's
All
not gonna
fake.
be all real. It's a fake out. It's a fake out. So it's
All
got to
right.
be only one of them. So it's
So-
gonna be. I'm gonna go with C. It's C.
Gender
It's
A.
C. C's the answer. C's the answer. C is the answer. Frosted.
Gender A. Cobwebian.
Oh my god. That
Sticky,
is so dumb.
sticky gender that is very intermingled and may be related to spiders and Halloween.
It's a sticky gender.
Hmm.
I bet it is.
Yeah, she just slapped her head with her hands. That's
All right. Gender B.
It's a
Isn't that
sticky.
just
It's a.
any sex or gender with a guy. It's sticky.
a.
I mean,
It's a-
really?
It's a sticky gender because it got all that gender fluid all over it.
A lot of it has to do with gender fluid, yeah.
Or is it when a woman's so old, it's just nothing but cobwebs up there?
Oh,
There you go.
damn, that's dry. That's dry gender.
All right. Gender B. Flesh axon.
What?
Gender connected to axes made out of flesh.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Axes made out of flesh.
Okay, now see, this is one where I can see like Frost has got like a thing of like Axe body spray. He's looking at it's like,
Okay, what is flash action?
Flesh actions, basically like something that has to do with skin and axes, and these people are whatever, they're fucking weirdos, but yeah, flesh action.
And gender C. Man.
That's it, man. The gender is man. That's made
What
up.
was-
See,
Gender
We've
is-
made this joke enough times
He
that yes,
is
he finally
not-
did it.
Gender identity, which is
No,
part
known
of the
as
gender
man, known as-
binary and often corresponds to masculinity.
oh, that's totally fake.
All right, so give me a sec to start the poll, and don't forget one of the options that they're all real.
No, Jack, you were right to begin with. It is C. I say B.
I'm thinking it's C on the basis that if they were to have it on the gender wiki, it would be under male.
I'll say that one.
I say
Okay.
All real.
So this is the Halloween episode. So the scariest option is going to be the true one, and the scariest option is that they're all real. So
Well, see, that's what I was thinking, but I was thinking that would be a clever fake out for Frosted to pull.
let's see. Well, I mean, really, the scariest thing would be that none of them are real, because we would live in a very terrible, cis heterosexual world. But none of them being real isn't an option. So I'll go all real.
Okay, and I think I can foresee what the flag for C is going to be. It's a giant picture of Megan Rapinoe.
Nah. No, it's going to be Michael Obama.
Yeah, or yeah, Michael Obama.
So, Jack, are you sticking with C or?
Yes.
Okay, Moon.
I say B.
All right, Terry, you said all real.
Yeah.
Okay, Camel.
I'm gonna go with A. I think you're trying to pull a fake out with C. There's no way that's actually on the website.
All right.
Did you look?
And now that everyone's gone,
That would be cheating, Jack.
Now that everyone's gone, what does Braniel think?
Braniel. He thinks they're all fake.
Oh, he thinks you're pulling a fake out and saying all fake.
I mean, that's my standard answer usually is, option D, they're all fake and gay. But I mean, for the sake of, just playing along, I went with A.
No, at least some of them are real and gay.
Then wouldn't that all be ginger?
All right. So
Whoa! What did you say?
So wouldn't that then, if they're all fake and gay, wouldn't that be a ginger?
Shut up.
So looks like the chat is leaning C with all real in second.
Hi.
Okay, so give it a few more seconds.
There's my fat girl.
And yes, Will at Forge has identified all the options are covered, so Frosted can't win.
No, this is the game that I always win.
Yeah, the only way to win in this game is to not play.
Yep.
No, that's boring.
All right. So
I learned that from Matthew Broderick.
Chat went with C.
How about a nice game of chess?
All right. And the answer is
C.
they're all real.
I knew it. All real. All real.
I said
Hold
it,
it.
not you. You said C.
I told you I said all real.
No, you didn't.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Liar.
That's right. They actually do have an entry for man.
Yeah.
And there is Jonathan
Do-
Frakes. You're
But do they have do you have a flag?
Well, let's see.
right. First one
Unfortunately,
had better at least have a fucking spider web on it.
unfortunately, Cobwebian does not have a flag.
What? No flag. For
I mean, no flag. That's not a real gender then.
So,
Seriously?
did you make one up, Frosted, at least?
No, I wasn't able to.
Evolve wants you to pinch my nipple for lying.
Yeah.
No! Stay away! Stay away!
But here's a flesh
Stay
axon.
away! Ow!
I haven't even touched
I
it.
don't care!
Okay.
No!
Oh, a classic.
Save the domestic violence for later. We need to finish the stream.
I hardly pinched it.
That hurt!
It was meant to. Now shut up.
Damn! Terry says it was meant to hurt, so shut up. So fuck.
And
damn.
here's the one for man.
Well. Oh my god! Seriously?
Really?
Yep.
That's like something you'd see on a fucking milk carton.
Okay.
That's
and
it?
That one is dumb.
That one.
The axe one looks like some woman's on her period and going all the time.
Is that the trans flag? It kind of looks like the trans.
That woman is a flesh axon.
No kidding. Somebody said about Lizzie Borden, and I think they're right with that one.
But the good news is that we'd also have
Yeah, Wilson. Yeah.
Yeah.
we also have Power No Gender Edition Too Retarded for TV this week.
Too retarded
Excellent.
TV.
Cobwebbing should have been black, white, and gray with a cobweb.
All right. So This is the gender
as
that
as he sets up the screen because he wasn't prepared.
yeah.
I think you have to turn off a layer each one at a time or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I copied the Poe or no screen for this one, so all right. So this is the one where you guys wouldn't believe that I made it up.
He's doing a wonderful job.
Yeah. Hey, wait, what are you defending him for?
Thank you, son.
He says, "Thank you, son."
Because I can.
What? He's giving you money? Well, how much you paying my wife to take your side?
Enough.
What do you mean enough? Oh, hell no.
See, Frosty gives me money. Terry takes the portal.
Whoa.
All good.
Damn. Okay, first of all, is anybody else going to have fun with my wife before we go any further?
Her brother.
Jack doesn't get shit. What the
Jack
fuck?
don't get
We ain't found
Jack's
shit.
like,
Well, maybe if you were Son's brother, Jack, you could.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Jack, if you were her brother, then
Yeah.
no, according to that last article, you can get rich.
right. So this week's gender is undead soft.
Undead soft.
Neurogender connected to the undead, mostly zombies, due to neurodivergence.
Oh, I thought that would have been something like your penis is undead soft, but hey.
So basically, you're autistic, so you get turned on by zombies.
Ew.
Mortis hasn't set in yet.
You're autistic. Whatever.
And here's the flag. And I couldn't use it because it ends in soft. And why would you guys think I ended something in soft?
I like that. That doesn't look too bad.
I mean, it's not the worst
It's-
flag we've seen.
No, it's fitting. It is.
Okay, is that a real one?
Yes.
What is the definition for that?
Frosted.
Let's see, neurogender connected to
a
the
neuro-
undead, mostly
neurogender-
zombies, due to
And neurogender connected to the
neurodivergence.
undead, usually zombies, due to
Neurodivergence.
neurodivergence. So basically, it's an autistic something or another.
An autistic retard who thinks they're undead?
Basically.
I mean, I don't know why you repeated it for her, Moon. She obviously wasn't paying attention.
Oh, she's not listening. That's why.
Exactly. Like she didn't even notice that like the other ones were all real too.
She's not listening to the stream. She has to listen to me. You're basically telling
poor
him.
woman.
Not that poor woman. Shut up. Don't you look at me like that.
Why are you yelling at me? Stop yelling at me.
That look you just gave was just like, I can't argue with that.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I just love that the response was, "Why are you yelling at me?"
all right. Well, that's all I have for tonight, gentlemen. So, take a moment to shill my co-hosts and guest. I Like Boobs has Quippers United on his channel Sundays 7 p.m. Eastern.
I like
Hey,
that.
Frosted, would you be on Quippers this Sunday, Frosted?
I don't
Frosted,
know.
would you be
I'll
on
have to
Quippers
check.
this Sunday?
I'll have to check my schedule.
She's giving me that look again, guys.
You.
Moonshock has his Twitch channel linked in the description where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer.
No, I don't.
Let's see. Terry is on Johnny Hellcat streams, Six is Sober streams. He's on Hammers and Mr. Adams Minions nights. He's on Tears Midnight streams. He's on Quippers United. He sometimes plays games with Jack that aren't as good as Dino Rex. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
And anything you want to show, Camel?
All I got going on right now really is the Thursday night minion streams with Johnny. I'm flying co-pilot there, so come check us out.
All right. Okay. So let's see. I'm not sure what my plans are next Friday, but I'll let you guys know. And if so, we'll be back the same time, 9 p.m. Eastern.
All right.
So.
And if not, Terry and I'll be playing a game. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll see you guys.
TBA.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
99.